Last time, romance was in the air.
They've got couples on a blind date.
It was Marco's toughest challenge yet.
Are you falling in love?
Singles night.
And he was like, okay, get a room.
But there was no love in either kitchen.
Hey, guys, stop fighting with each other.
Shut the fuck up and get out.
Or the dining room.
It's like Fear Factor.
This place sucks.
And after the critics' verdict,
The winner for me is Crimson.
the black team could only point fingers.
You had a problem with me. You say anything different, God will strike you down.
Marco made his choice.
Zan and Than, you're going home.
Now, the black team with 2 couples faces off with the last 2 couples on the red team. One of these 4 couples
We're 2 cute little girls from California.
We're gonna win.
is on their way to winning the ultimate prize,
I'm playing 100%.
We are here to win.
a restaurant of their very own. Tonight,
I expect you to be head chef.
Angie's in the hot seat.
I will fight for myself, and I will fight for my child.
I am right behind you.
With a dagger.
It's Italian Day.
Italians like to eat. How are you?
These are the people from The Sopranos.
He was flat out pissed.
Vinny hasn't got his food.
They'll have to win over the critic,
I didn't love either restaurant.
and then
Should we get it over and done with?
they'll have to answer to Marco.
Do you want to do the whole table again and tell him he's going to be another half an hour? Never have I been put in a situation like I was. Week 5. The challenge is Italian. No one feeds you from the heart like the Italians. This morning, I've chosen to do tuna on the grill with black olives, lemon segments, olive oil. The inspiration taken from Sicily. Simplicity, but glamorized. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Marco.
East Coast versus West Coast. I think you should be able to cook a main course, if you're clever, in less than 5 minutes. As long as you have your preparation in advance.
Yeah, when Marco said he was gonna do an entree in 5 minutes, that really boggled me. But then he also explained that your preparation was everything, and if you have everything prepped, it could be done.
So I want you to count me down. Come on, shout at me, I shout at you.
So on the 12, now.
It's always an inspiration when I see Marco work. You know, it kind of shows you that there's no rules. However you want to cook is fine.
Under pressure, aren't we? Make it easy. Keep it simple. Who likes black olives?
Love them.
We love them.
Ah, there we are. Well, being a Napolitana, you would. Who likes capers?
Love them.
Marco's message to us was simplify. Keep it simple, keep it delicious. If you can copy that, you're good.
Not hard, is it?
Not at all.
It's about confidence. A little bit of olive oil with the capers. Just softens it. There we are. How easy is that? Took me 3 minutes from the time it hit the grill, not 5. Come and taste it.
The tuna dish that Marco put out was absolutely incredible. It was very light, very aromatic. The herbs worked perfectly with it.
Did I tell you herbs would be your best friend?
Very right,
Right.
Marco.
Marco has been a chef for 30 years. At this point in his life, it's second nature. He can put a tuna steak on the grill for 3 minutes, and it comes out fabulous. He tops it off with some fresh herbs, as he calls them, and it's delicious.
The next challenge is Italy. So you must take your inspiration from Italy. I want you to cook a main course each. 20 minutes to prep, 10 minutes to cook. Do not start the cooking until the 20 minutes is up. I want to hear you communicate. Do you understand?
I understand.
Shout at me.
I'm going to communicate today.
Shout at me.
Okay, Marco.
Is that the best you can do?
No, I can do better. I just need to be in the heat of the moment.
Time starts now.
Come on. All right. For the Great White Challenge, I figured we'd go traditional. Listen to me. We're gonna make a shrimp piccata out of this, and then we'll do a nice pasta carbonara.
I was thinking like a tomato, olive, anchovy paste kind of sauce just over pasta.
It's like my thing. I did pastas for 2 years. It's popular.
Going into the challenge, I kind of wanted to do the pasta dish, and I know that Lisa really wanted to do it, so I was like, you know what, I'll let her do the pasta, see what she has to offer.
10 minutes to go. Yes, Marco.
Yes, Marco.
Yes, Marco.
We'll get there in the end.
When Marco is in his kitchen and the challenges begin, he starts walking around like a caged lion, you know, and you can feel his eyes looking at you.
5 minutes, then prep time is over.
I'll tell you what, it's really, really intimidating.
1 minute, then no more preparation time, okay?
Marco.
Yes, Marco. Only
Yes,
Dean
Marco.
said it. Thank you. Okay, fire. I've never seen olives in carbonara.
Never? Oh, my mother used to make it with olives.
I'm looking forward to tasting it.
Yeah, it's absolutely delicious. Just brings out a nice flavor in
So
it.
is this Mum's recipe?
Yes, it is. Since my background is Italian, you know, I felt pretty confident going in, and I honestly didn't want to lose it because I'd look pretty stupid and probably get my butt kicked by my mom when I get home. Take them off the heat, flip them, and serve them.
Why'd you put basil in 2 stages?
Because I wanted to cook some at the beginning, and then I wanted to add it when it's like this.
Ah, interesting.
I made a very simple style of pasta that I make that I personally enjoy. I don't like heavy pastas.
5 minutes to go. That's all you've got left, okay?
This fucking pasta's taking way too long.
Ready?
When I say something, I expect you to say yes, Marco. If Lisa's not ready, you have to serve yours.
Right.
Timing is very important. I want 2 dishes in front of me, bang on 10 minutes. This forces them to communicate, to work together, and there's less chance of screwing it up.
Yeah, just don't put the butter in yet. Just crank it up to 10 and then serve it.
I've worked with Dean behind the line before. He moves a little too fast for my taste, but that's just his style. My style is a little slower.
Okay, I have to start now. We have
Okay,
4
go.
minutes left.
Go, go, go.
The red team, again, working as individuals. They think it's just about timing, not working together. 60 seconds.
I need 30 seconds from you.
I'm gonna play.
Go, go, go.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. 20 seconds, Lisa.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time.
The entire challenge was going to be about cooking things to order. And he wanted 1 pasta dish and 1 entree to be served. We had 20 minutes to prep it, 10 minutes to cook it, and then present it to him.
I'll taste black first. Now, have you ever cooked this before?
A variation of it.
I think you've done all right.
When Marco tasted it, you just never know. You stand there in total panic.
Do you like your pasta al dente?
Yes, I do, Marco.
You happy with this, Lisa?
Oh, I'm happy with it, yes.
You know you can do better. Your scallops are cooked beautifully.
Thank you. Marco loved Kelsey's scallop dish, and I thought that might be enough for us to win.
The winning team is the black.
I'm ecstatic that we won because we had a loss last night.
Kelsey's scallops, very good dish, and mostly the best dish out of all of them. Lisa, she put too much garnish in her pan. It was the weakest dish of all of them. Would you like to know what the black team is going to get for winning?
Yes.
Tomorrow, you'll be cooking for Italians. It's a lunch service, so you have less time. So the black team is going to receive an espresso machine from Seattle's best coffee and a barista for the service.
Nice. Nice.
Getting the espresso maker and the barista just really gave us a huge advantage over the red team because Italians know coffee.
So, you're going to Little Italy to shop for ingredients. I want food which you can cook to order. And it's very important you take the front of house with you because tomorrow there'll be no menus. The front of house must memorize what you're making so they can explain it to the customers. If you keep it simple, the front of house will remember what you're cooking. So do not be clever and good luck.
Thank you.
Victory smells good, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
I am the lead chef. I'm very excited about it because guess what? I got an Italian on my line.
What? Won the challenge.
I'm so proud of my mother and Dean for winning this competition this morning.
Here's the challenge for tomorrow.
Oh, my God.
It's lunch tomorrow.
It ain't dinner.
For 52 Italians that we are cooking for.
12 o'clock.
3 apps, 3 entrees, and 3 desserts.
Okay.
No menus.
When Dean told me that we weren't going to have a menu for our lunch service, it was a little overwhelming at first, but...
We have a brand new cappuccino and espresso machine coming in, and a barista is coming to serve it for you.
Do the whole
Serve
service.
the whole
Are you
service.
serious?
Oh, absolutely.
They have ravioli.
We have some nice fresh ones.
Oh, my God.
This is my first time in Little Italy, and I'm so excited. We went into 2 little shops and sampled prosciutto and salamis and all sorts of good cookies.
That is so good.
That's amazing.
Holy man.
We're going to do our first lunch, and the pressure's on for the front of the house because we have even more to do. We're going to have to do it without a written menu.
All right, we're gonna need good olive oil. I was just like a kid in a candy store. I felt at home, I felt comfortable, I felt like, you know, you're amongst your people.
We have the purchase order. My brother pulled it out of the warehouse.
Thank you.
Another high five just for fun?
Dean was off the charts, saying, oh my God, gotta have a taste of this, a taste of that.
All that shit talking, he better do it right. He better bring it the fuck home.
Excuse me, I ordered asparagus, plum tomatoes, I need Italian parsley. The food order is trickling in very slowly, but I'm still missing my Roma tomatoes and the Italian parsley.
No plum tomatoes and round tomatoes. There's been a recall nationwide because of salmonella.
Oh yeah, because of salmonella.
So, cannot give you those.
Can you believe there is a national recall for tomatoes on an Italian day? That's just fabulous.
Sam, Kate's here. She's here to help us.
It was a big help for the barista to have come in during our lunch service. You know, people always want their cappuccino and espressos, and so it was great that we had that.
When you open those, are you scraping them like off the thing?
Yep. Angie was the head chef, and she didn't want to use the right clams. So, you know, you're trying to clean these little clams, and unfortunately, when they're tiny like that, one might go through that's gritty, you know, it might happen.
I would say 3 to an order, not 4 to an order.
You know, and they're little, I would say 4, but...
No, do 3.
No, these are Italian. If you want to go 3, we'll go 3.
Go 3.
Angie made it a little more difficult than it needed to be. She only wanted to put 3 of them on the plate, and it just wasn't enough. You know, Italians like to eat. If you feel comfortable with it...
I'm comfortable with it.
Then I am right behind you.
With a dagger.
The last thing you're going to need to do, honestly, is to get descriptive. It's not important.
It's going to be an Italian lunch, and the servers or front of the house people will be describing dishes.
Seared sea scallops with light tomato, Kalamata, basil sauce. A ricotta ravioli with pomodoro.
The pressure's on because we have even more to do. We're going to have to memorize and explain a lot of dishes to people, and then I believe we're also going to be doing espresso, which that should be a lot of fun as well.
Good morning.
Good morning, Marco.
Angie is the only person who never stepped up to be head chef. I forced her. Now let's see whether she's got the grit. This is the most interesting challenge so far. I'm looking forward to having lunch today because I am bringing today one of my oldest friends. We've known each other nearly 30 years. His name is Mario Batali.
Oh, my God.
Mario Batali is, without question, one of the great chefs of America. He's the king of Brooklyn.
He absolutely
He's
is.
the king of New York.
He absolutely is. Right then and there, I was really, really intimidated. Knowing that he was coming in to eat our food on Italian Day, gotta make you nervous.
I'm dining with an old friend of mine who knows more about Italian food than all of us put together. I don't want to sit here and be embarrassed. And one last thing, and please tell your partners that I will be back later on today if you lose to sack one couple.
Today?
Today.
Talk about just stepping up the stakes here. You just never guess what's coming next. It's exciting.
It'll be really exciting if you lose.
Today is Elimination Day. One of us is going home. We need to work together now.
Why you got these sizzle pans?
Because I need them for my clams.
I'm head chef for the challenge, and it's difficult to work with somebody who forgets that I'm the head chef.
but it's a mad. That's what they do.
For today's service, you can't not but be nervous about it. There's only 4 of us. There's 52 people coming in. Everything has to be made to order. These are knowledgeable people that are coming in. Italians know their food.
We need 2 6s and a 5.
It's gonna be an Italian lunch, and I'm ready for the show.
I felt pretty confident that we were going to win. We were very calm and cool, waiting for the onslaught.
What's the veal with the veal piccata with anything?
Yeah, with the zucchini, it's on the board.
Hello, good afternoon. How are you? How many people in your party?
5. Good afternoon, how are you? Welcome to Seoul.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
I'll be right with you.
I love what you've done to this place.
Oh, it's posh. Having lunch with Mario is always a pleasure. To have the opportunity to welcome him onto my stage.
So all they do is they put it alla plancha with a piece of garlic or with a scallion.
To sit down in crimson, it's amazing.
Hi.
How are you gentlemen doing
How are you?
today?
Hi, this is my great
Thank
friend,
you.
Mario Batali.
It's an honor.
This is
Thank you.
Vanessa.
Vanessa. Wow, Mario Batali. What an opportunity. I mean, he's Italian, he knows Italian food. He's an amazing chef.
So what's for lunch?
For our appetizers this afternoon, we have a beautiful tricolore salad with, it was a lot of pressure. They're like the stars. I'm gonna take everything I've learned so far as a waitress and bring it to the table today and make Marco proud.
I'll have the antipasto misto.
I'll have the ravioli.
Okay.
Good choice.
I'll bring that right out for you.
All right, thank you.
You just need the sauce for yours?
That's it. Let's get it out. Welcome to Seoul.
Reservation for Spina.
The critic I brought in this time to judge both restaurants is Coleman Andrews from Gourmet Magazine. He is anonymous, very honest, never allows emotions into his judgment.
For our main courses today, we are offering mussels marinara, a veal scallopini, and a perchiatelli alla carbonara. It's the chef's version of that. It includes Kalamata olives with that. It's his grandmother's recipe.
Okay.
Okay? I'll come back in a few minutes for you. You're welcome.
I wonder why carbonara would have olives.
Oh, look, Mario Battaglia's here.
Good evening, sir.
How are you?
How are you, brother?
Good to see you.
Apparently there's more TV stars in the house than I expected. These are the people from The Sopranos. Order in, this is Marco's order.
How are we doing today?
Good, how are you?
Nice to see you.
Looks good. Generous plate.
Smells good. It's not cold. Nice size.
We have
Give me a glass.
Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc.
But it's Coppola wine.
Yes.
Yeah, because I told Francis that we were coming out.
Oh, I like
And he
that.
said, make sure you drink my wine. Right,
Yeah.
Josh?
You got 3 shrimp coming at me?
Yeah, these are coming
Put
right
the
now.
clams in right now.
Come back for your entrees. Got it, thank you.
Hey there, how are you today?
Good, good. Table 3?
Oh, thank you. Table 3. And what was the name on that?
Castelluccio?
Castelluccio. I saw him come through the door, and it was kind of like, oh, wow. It was Federico. He played Fiorio on The Sopranos.
You know, I really would love a cup of coffee right now.
Cup of regular coffee, espresso, cappuccino.
You know what? Maybe an espresso.
An espresso?
Yeah.
Serving Federico, it was kind of cool. It definitely was. So, no, I mean, he's a true Italian.
Oh, man, this is really, really good.
If you're going to purchase an inexpensive espresso machine, and hopefully that was, you would actually purchase one that seemed to make sense. I know I could use a mechanic.
Is nothing coming out as quick as you like it?
Well, I don't know.
We need a rush on table 1.
Got it.
Thank you.
I'll tell them you're waiting. We're feeding Italians. They're not coming to be insulted. They're coming to be fed and to be spoiled. My dear friend Mario Batali.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Vinny from The Sopranos is complaining he hasn't got his food.
Vinny from The Sopranos. Marco comes in and says, Lisa, why aren't you serving Vinny his appetizers? I lost my attention, and I don't know what happened there. Okay, it's 1 antipasto, 2 salads, and 1 bean salad.
There you go.
Oh, shit.
I need my entrees for table 12
You need them fired?
as soon as possible
Great.
because they've been waiting.
You didn't tell us to fire them.
Okay.
You did not. It's going from bad to worse. Midway into our service, things started getting piled up. I'm back here. I have no clue as to what comes through unless I'm told. Don't do this again, okay? Because this fucking threw us off.
Here's your clam and your antipasta, and your other wings are coming up right now.
Vanessa, they've got kiddies' seat though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You always have a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Always be aware of your environment.
Marco's always there to help me out. You just have to really pay attention to what you're doing and watch your tables and have 8 eyes looking everywhere.
Vinny. Nice to meet you. Ciao. Bye-bye.
Well, I'm looking forward to eating this, man, because I'm hungry.
I'm out of every fucking thing. Damn it.
We finish our lunch in Crimson. We arrive a few minutes later in Seoul. I see Federico on his table. I can see he's not happy.
We sat down about, an hour and a half ago. So it's definitely, you know, we're hungry right now. We definitely want to eat something.
Excuse me, why is Federico not being fed?
Federico, that is Sherry's table. I will check on them as soon as possible. Because that was not my table, I had to go back to the kitchen and ask them how long. Because they haven't gotten their food, he just wants to extend how long it's going to be.
Okay. Let them know it's going to be about 5 minutes. That's it.
Thank you very much.
There was an issue with Federico and the food. When I put in Federico's table's lunch order, the board was already full. And with only 2 of them back there, I think it kind of set it back a little bit.
How long for that?
5 minutes.
You need four mussels in a pan right now.
Sorry for the wait, Federico. It's going to be 2-3 minutes. I just checked. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Just 2?
Yeah, we had a reservation for Spina.
Where's Lisa? Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
What delicious food today. What
Thank
a great
you.
restaurant. Anyway, I came back here to say hello.
Well, I'm glad.
Enjoy yourself. I loved it.
Thanks.
God bless you.
Thank you. We were in the middle of our busy lunch, and all of a sudden, Vinny Pastore walks in. Vinny was just bigger than life, just wanted to talk to us. You know Italians, they love blondes.
You want just for main course, we have either the ravioli and a pomodoro, or we can do a spaghetti noodle and like a butter sauce.
For a waiter, it's probably very tough to service 4 children and keep them patient. Happy children makes a happier restaurant.
I went over there to say to Federico, 2-3 minutes, and it's still not here. You can't put me in that position. I have Federico disappointed. All eyes on me. I can only take so much.
We're out. You just...
Do you want to do the whole table again and tell him he's going to be another half an hour?
Is this your table?
Is that what you're saying to me?
No, I'm saying this
Is that what you're saying? So what are you saying? I don't understand.
No, I don't.
There's
I
a
don't
man
know
out there who I've already told it's going to be 2-3 minutes. That was 15 minutes ago.
When Marco came in, he wasn't listening to explanation. You can plainly see that he was flat out pissed.
How long for this carbonara, Dean?
This carbonara's coming right now, Marco. 2 veal.
If I'm confused, you must be really confused.
So we got the food out really, really quick.
Oh, look. Oh, here we
I'm
go.
so sorry. The veal's coming right out.
Oh,
Start
okay.
with the carbonara
It's the
here.
carbonara. It's about time, right? What time was it? 12:20?
You're right.
It's 1:45, man.
It was extremely chaotic, and unfortunately, Federico had to wait for a really long time.
What do you got? See, we got the carbonara, but
Yeah,
I'm
me
not-
too, me too.
I don't know, man. I swear to God, I'm not really happy with this right now.
There's a food critic here. I have no freaking idea who it is. I just hope they like the service. It's hard to serve this many people.
It's a good thing we're not in quite as much of a rush this time. I don't think we're not getting much attention.
It's not a kids-friendly restaurant. I mean, if the wait is way too long.
Well, then why they're not sitting people down?
There's a 4 right behind us, right?
Something's gone wrong somewhere.
We've been waiting a while, and the kids are starving. And we've asked for some bread or something for the kids to nibble on, and we got some glasses of soda. He said he would have gotten school lunch by now if he was at school.
Kiddies are crawling all over the bar, and they're not being dealt with.
I will be seating them
Well, when?
when I put this back.
I have children. They're hungry. Mothers frustrated. If you don't deal with the problem, it will always magnify.
I have the veal
Not really. The veal, sir. Thank you.
and the ravioli. Would you like Parmesan cheese?
I had the veal. The sauce was fantastic, but it was a little overcooked.
You need to focus because I asked you 3 times for the children's food.
Oh, doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. I really don't.
Give me the damn pasta and throw that shit on there.
But when the shit hit the fan, Angie just fell apart. Once one problem happened, that was it. She lost everything.
How many customers would be aware of what's going on over there? I'm not saying that you're not.
I'd like to get to the bottom of it. You don't play with people's lives. For the first time in this competition, I felt true embarrassment. I cannot allow my friend to sit in this environment.
I have to say, I actually like the other veal better.
Overall, I feel like it went pretty well. Vinny walked in here, for God's sake.
Let's go. I'll tell you what. Leave the 2 guys here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
It's
so
been a
much.
pleasure.
Vanessa was a big hit. Out of 10 meatballs, I would give Crimson 6 meatballs.
Restaurant's closed.
Didn't go as smoothly as I wanted it to.
We got the food out. I have no regrets. I thought it went great. I mean, it was hectic, but that's the way it is behind a line. But all in all, I feel good about it.
This was horrible. Service was poor. We waited an hour and a half, almost 2 hours to get our entree. It kind of pisses you off a little bit. Let's go eat, man.
Going into elimination, it's always really stressful because it's one critic that's come into your restaurant, and whether you stay or go home depends on this one person.
Tough lunch service. It was crazy. Well, as always, there was a critic. His name is Coleman Andrews, the food columnist of Gourmet magazine. Coleman Andrews.
Well, I walked into Seoul. The room felt nice. We ordered first courses, an antipasto selection, and clams oreganato. The antipasto selection reminded me of something I might get on an airplane. Not very generous, okay quality, not very impressive.
When the critic talked about the antipasta being like something off an airplane, it kind of made me laugh because that antipasta was bought in one of the best stores in Little Italy.
The clams oreganato were inedible. I took a bite of one clam and that's all I could eat. I couldn't eat the others. They were gritty. They had sand in them. That's basic cooking, basic home cooking. Get the sand out of the damn shellfish.
When I heard there was sand in the clams, I went, yes.
First courses at Crimson. A big antipasto plate like this. Little cipollini onions, I thought needed to have been cooked or marinated a little longer.
The cipollinis, I wanted to caramelize more, but I don't know why I didn't. I'm still pissed off about that.
Main courses at Seoul, veal scallopine. The texture of the veal suggested to me that it had not been pounded and that it had probably been cooked on too high a heat because it had seized up. It was pretty tough.
Angie was the one that was cooking the veal under way too high a heat, which all that does is toughen veal.
The sauce on it was very, very, very lemony. I ended up liking it anyway. My companion had percitelli alla carbonara. The pasta was nicely cooked. We were told that it was the chef's variation on carbonara from his grandmother's recipe because it had Kalamata olives in it. It was a little strange to hear.
At this point, this critic was really getting under my skin.
There was a piece of egg yolk that had not been mixed into the pasta. It was very unpleasant.
Traditionally, it is served like that?
Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, but...
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and actually, this was sometimes that it was.
Okay. Do you love the flavor?
I absolutely do.
Okay. All right.
You know, and then he had the nerve to ask me if I liked that flavor, and I said, of course. You idiot, I grew up on it.
At Crimson, veal piccata, like the veal scallopine at Seoul, tasted tough to me. And I suspect it was cooked on too high a heat. It didn't have enough going on. It needed something to pick it up a little bit. And the pasta, this was ravioli bought at a local shop. It tasted like it had flour in it or something. There was something off about the texture of it. The tomato sauce, which is where I was looking for the chef's hand, kind of reminded me of a can of San Marzano tomatoes that had been put in a pan and reduced down.
We were waiting for fresh tomatoes, but they had salmonella, so we couldn't really use fresh tomatoes.
Any night in any restaurant, there's going to be a particular set of problems, and it's how you deal with it, I guess, ultimately. In general, I didn't love either restaurant, but when I weigh the pluses and minuses, I ultimately think I have to choose Crimson.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Kelman, thank you for your words.
Thank you very much.
I've got to say, Dean, I thought you'd have won today. With your roots, with your heritage. Black team, back to your restaurant. I'll come over and deal with you later. Thank you.
I know, as the head chef, that I did what I was supposed to do. I followed directions, I put out good food, I will fight for myself, and I will fight for my child.
What the fuck is going on? Seriously, this shit is crazy. I am beyond dumbfounded. We should have won. This is some real bullshit. It should have been us with their flowery-ass, fake-ass ravioli.
Everything we made was from fucking scratch, was traditional, it was fucking done right.
Dean and I have put our heart and soul into this whole thing, and we're doing this for our family. And to leave at this point on Italian Day of all things, I mean, come on.
Maybe he was in love with the waitress. You know, I'm sort of getting the feeling that we lost based on
Vanessa?
Vanessa,
Fuck
cutie pie.
that shit, because she ain't cute.
Oh.
She's quite average. I'm a freaking beauty queen. If you have to ask me if I'm cuter than her, like, yeah, no. Of course I'm cuter than her. And it's not even about that. I'm not even gonna get into who's cuter, Vanessa or Samantha, but yes, hands down, I'm cuter. It's without even words, okay?
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one.
Here you go. You ready to go home? I'm serious. You ready to go home?
If it's on my shoulders, hey, listen, if it's on my shoulders, honey, I mean, I know everything I put out was perfect. And as far as that guy not liking a carbonaro, fuck him. You know, I left my kids, we left our family. This is our dream. And I'm not ready to go home, and I'm ready to fight for it.
We knew there was an issue with those little kitties at the bar rolling around and all that stuff. We had the bread, the water, the wine.
Should we get it over and done with?
Yes.
When I walked into the Black Restaurant after Coleman Andrews had delivered his verdict, it was like walking into a coffin. I could smell it. Never in my life have I been put in a situation like I was on this day. I don't want an apology. It's too late to rectify it. What I do want is an explanation why this happened. When I come into this restaurant with my friend of 30 years and I am embarrassed, I take it personally. I would like you to explain why those babies on the bar weren't fed. One couple will stay, and no one's speaking to me.
I think, you know, a lot of the problem was we had a lot of customers come in at once. It was tough to...
That's lunch service. That's what happens at lunchtime. It's 1 hour.
Then let me say something. Our food was good. There wasn't a customer in here that didn't like our food. Now, I will tell you this, Marco, that the bottom line to owning a restaurant is servicing your customer. Some of the tables may had to wait a little bit, but they enjoyed their food. So I stand by my food. I'm very passionate about what we put out. I'm passionate that he was passionate about the food he put out.
Is it necessary to point at me?
No, I'm sorry.
Thank you. When I sit here and I see little children at the bar crying for food, not being fed, that upsets me. And you know something? The red team, they fed everybody within the time frame.
Let me say
Let me finish.
Okay, sorry.
It doesn't matter how good your food is. When I see little children crying, climbing on a bar, not being fed, it hurts me. That's failure. Now give me justification.
Okay, I'll give you justification. We had...
There is no justification.
No.
There is no justification. You're absolutely right.
We just basically did not have the room for them.
No,
we
but
had children
Sam, what
over
he
here.
said
I
is we
understand what
should.
you're
No, but what
saying.
he said is we should have brought some things
I
out
brought
to them.
bread to them at the bar. I know
Man
I did.
cannot live on bread
I
alone.
had pasta.
And you want to give me justification?
I want to tell you
You're
There is
pointing.
no justification, Angie. There is no justification for that. No, there's not. He's
plated
absolutely
those
right.
pastas, and the pastas came back because
That's
the
not what
kids...
he's. No, that's not what he's talking about, Angie. They were sitting at the bar for a long time, and you're absolutely right. I failed in that. I failed. Yeah.
The fact is that they got their food. The one sitting over here, Dean, I mean, I'm not forcing blame, but you knew how important it was for me to get those kids fed. And you were worried about some dude from The Sopranos, Marco and Mario.
Stop.
Yes,
It
I
is
did.
what it is.
Why'd you not, Dean?
If I was in the front of the house, I wish.
I'm not
You wish
justifying
what? I
it.
mean, kids are kids. It doesn't matter. Kids
right.
are kids, so they're going to be
No.
picky.
Dean, all you had to do was do a big bell of pasta, run it out to the bar, apologize, sit it down, give them some plates, and just say, I'm sorry.
I wish I would have known.
That's all I asked.
I didn't know. I honestly didn't know.
Dean, one question. Who was head chef?
Angie was head chef.
Dean, did Angie run the service?
Yes, she did. She
Good
ran
job.
the service. Yeah, we had
I did
everything
what I had to
organized.
do. We were organized.
We thought we were set in the beginning of the night. Absolutely.
And you know what? I keep on going back to those babies on the bar.
What kind of explanation do you want us to give you? I mean...
I want the truth.
Can I say something, please? As a mother, I understand what you're saying. I should have done more.
Thank you.
As far as I'm concerned, today was the first day that this restaurant has been calm.
I didn't see calmness.
Oh, I saw calmness.
Was he calm?
No, it wasn't.
And if you cannot be honest, I cannot be held responsible.
If you want to send one of us home, a couple of us home, send it.
Angie, I can't justify what I saw at the bar today. And you know something? You were head chef. It's time to go. Thank you, Angie. It's been nice working with you. I asked Angie and Samantha to leave the table. It's over. They're still being ruled by their ego. No understanding or respect for the two people who sat opposite them, who were in tears.
Look, that fucking shit out there is my restaurant. I created that shit, what you see.
They have sacked themselves through their lack of care. And to own a restaurant, you have to care. They do not deserve one.
If Sherry and Dean make it to the last two teams, then they're fucking lucky. Because she has nothing to offer, and neither does he.
They will have a very long journey home. Because to unravel that amount of arrogance is going to take a lifetime.
Keep Soul alive. Fuck that.
So now, you're the last couple standing. Everyone's gone. You've proved to me that you've got grace. You've shown me that you can fight. You have to think about everything I've taught you, everything I've said to you. You have to apply all the strategy that you possess. Because if you lose, this restaurant closes. This is your last chance. They will have to dig so deep to win. Their chances are very slim. But they can still walk out winners if they come out fighting. My prayers are with them.
Remember what Marco said. Remember what he said about opportunity. We just got an incredible opportunity. Look at me. We just got an incredible opportunity. Okay. You know what? Look around you. There's no one else here. This is you and I now. Now we get to do things our way. Our way. Okay?
Okay. Can you get me a beer, please?
Yeah, let's have a nice cold beer. Come on.